Foundation Sunday is a long-standing tradition here at Southminster. It's a day set aside to provide information about the foundation, to announce the grant recipients for the year, and to encourage everyone to get involved with this important outreach to our community through participation in one of the committees, by volunteering at one of the organizations we support, or by giving a donation to the investment fund. In December 1979, upon selling their Grandma's Cookies and Nature Valley Granola Company, longtime church members Clayton and Dottie Davidson made a generous donation to Southminster, which was then called a Mission and Community Outreach Fund. During last year's memorable interview with Dottie, she was asked, "Why Southminster and not some other charitable organization?" And she answered, "Because we trusted the people at Southminster to do just diligence in determining need and to make sure funds went directly to those who needed the benefit." And such has been the mission of the foundation ever since. In February 1995, the administration of the fund was moved from the trustees and session to a newly incorporated foundation with its appropriate articles and bylaws establishing how the funds were managed and grant money dispersed. As president of the foundation this year, I have had occasion to review these documents and take great comfort in knowing that they are well designed to guide us in our role as stewards to the Davidson legacy. The foundation membership consists of all the members of the Southminster Presbyterian Church who, at a congregational meeting, elect volunteer board members to oversee and manage the foundation's work. This work is then done through standing committees. The investment committee, which this year is chaired by Randy Ray, is responsible for managing the funds. What began as a $250,000 initial donation has grown to more than $750,000 due to wise investment strategies and generous gifts from church members. In addition to regular quarterly meetings, the committee consults with an investment advisor once a year to review the portfolio and to make adjustments as needed. The most important change to policy during the past few years has been to divest from funds that do not align with the church's mission and values. The Legacy Committee is charged with the task of informing church members and others of the many ways in which personal contributions can be made to the fund. Michelle Neese and her group have created a new brochure that is now available on our website. Donations, both large and small, are received throughout the year and are greatly appreciated as we strive to increase our ability to support community projects, especially during this unique time of need. The Promotions Committee is chaired by Matt Schulze. Its task is to inform people about the foundation through a brochure, special events, newspaper articles, and the website. This committee has some great ideas for when we are able to gather again as a community, but in the meantime, we'll continue to use social media and the website as a means of keeping the congregation informed of foundation news. The Grant Committee, which is ably led by Dave Pierce, receives and reviews applications from nonprofit organizations that are in need of special assistance. Although applications are accepted from groups throughout the metropolitan area, preference is given to those who are serving residents of Washington County. Once an application is deemed to qualify for a grant in terms of its mission and the use to which the monies will be directed, members of the committee make a site visit to learn more about the organization and its work. For all of us who serve on this committee, these site visits are by far the very best part. We are routinely inspired by the vision of the leaders, the generous spirit of the volunteers, the hard work that is required, and the blessing these organizations are to their communities. It is always difficult to choose which groups will receive grants, as all are worthy. Since the Mission Fund was first created, over $800,000 has been distributed to organizations that are committed to housing the homeless, feeding the hungry, and protecting the health and well-being of our most vulnerable neighbors. This year, $12,700 was distributed to 7 nonprofit organizations. $3,000 was given to the Beaverton Office of Meals on Wheels to provide for the additional food that is being distributed to seniors during the quarantine. In addition to financial support, members of Southminster have long been volunteer drivers for Meals on Wheels. $3,000 was given to the Community Connection of Old Town Forest Grove to purchase food, clothing, and household goods for youth and family experiencing homelessness and for others with economic hardship. $1,950 was given to Just Compassion of East Washington County. This money will be used to assist homeless individuals with fees related to ID recovery, birth certificates, housing applications, and to purchase bus tickets and gas cards. 4 smaller grants of $1,187 were also awarded. The first of these was given to the SMART program at Vos Elementary School, and during this time when school is not in session, staff is using this money to purchase books that are included in the student food boxes. Funds were given to Rebuilding Together to complete repairs that will keep the homes of low-income homeowners safe, warm, and in general good condition. As in the past, volunteers from Southminster are encouraged to help with these efforts on the annual Rebuilding Day. The Raleigh Park Backpack Project also received support. This program provides food to 30 families from this elementary school. Please click on today's order of worship to learn more about the ways the staff and volunteers work together in promoting this effort. The grant to Family Promise will be used to help cover expenses at the facility in Hillsborough. Southminster provides support for this organization by hosting families here at the church, and we look forward to the day when we once again can safely open our doors and provide shelter for those in need. It is a privilege to serve on the board of the foundation and to promote its work in our community. In closing, I'd like to read from the letter the Davidsons wrote to the church in 1979, expressing their vision for the Mission and Community Outreach Fund. And I quote, "Even when the business transaction is consummated and the gift can be announced to the congregation, we would like to remain unnamed as far and as long as possible. However, we hope the gift itself might be used to stimulate other contributions toward a significant endowment for mission. It is made with a feeling of thankfulness for our good fortunes and a desire to share them. It is also our response to the spirit of love and concern for our fellow man so emphasized in your ministry and practiced by the congregation at Southminster. We are proud to be part of this church family. Thank you to the Davidson family for your vision and generosity, and thank you, Southminster, for your continued support for this worthy mission."